Hello, everybody. How is everybody doing? Today we are live. I hope everybody is doing really well. Today I have a small little haul. It's not much, it's only 4 items. So, as some of you know, I subscribe to a book subscription service. I pick a book every month. Some months I don't. The first month of the subscription I missed. I think the second month I picked something. The third month I skipped. Fourth month, I picked something, which was the Ordeals. And this month, I picked this, which is Thrown in the Dark by A.K. Kagajanio. Forgive me if I butcher your name. It is not my intention to butcher the author's name. So this came from a subscription box. Some of you may have seen it on Instagram. So they have like these beautiful sprayed edges here. Some people didn't like the sprayed edges last month. They had a problem with them because they were kind of faded last month. So you guys get it. Yeah. I need more light. Sorry, someone about to turn on the light. So you guys see how pretty this is. It really is pretty. Look at these edges. So you pick from 3, but this one currently is sold out. The author said that she had some book plates for sale. Now somebody goes, what is book plates? Book plates is when they sign their name on a sticker. Then you can put it on any place. And then it came with a nice custom bookmark, but the front cover just looks like this. The thing is like this, the beginning. So you guys get that in there. Pretty dust jacket. Someone asked me what's the back cover. Looks like this. So I kind of like that. So their editions are one of a kind. So once they're sold out, they will never be printed again. So, and I like that they gave me a nice matching bookmark. Sometimes they give us stickers in the bookmark. So that is that one. This is the huge book. I've been wanting for this book to come out because what happened was I read the first 2 books back to back for book clubs. This is the third. This is the finale of the Empire of the Vampire trilogy. This thing is huge. I'm not going to lie. This thing is massively huge. So when you get the red, this is red, which is nice. But this book, he has some of the best illustrations I've ever seen. I'm trying to find an illustration here. These books, there are ones that are like this that I absolutely think these are beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. Look at those illustrations. Look at that illustration in it. So this is a third book in the series. So I read the first 2 for book club, so they were back-to-back months. So I kind of read them back-to-back, and then I've had to wait almost a year for this. So that was that one. Today, my Color in Heaven Christmas special. This is the subscription issue, if anybody is curious. This is a really pretty one. I like this one a lot. So I put stickers on everything I might want to color in it. I've already picked some that I like. I know some people like to have a flip through of this. Look. And these are by Alexandra Dannenman. This one is, I can't even pronounce that last name. Karina Yordanova. You know, the Russian names are hard to pronounce. Hi, Nellie. How are you? This fine Friday morning. So we did this one. This one is also by the same illustrator. This one is really cute. I like that. And these are by Agatha Pop. What she does is all these little ones, like these mini coloring ones. Which I kind of like having them. Because sometimes you don't feel like having, like, sometimes you just want to color something and it's small. Get those stockings. Oh, it's nice to have a day off. These are like the little Christmas baubles. This one is Deborah Mueller. I like this one, possibly. Girl with the Nutcracker. I think I saw this on Deborah Mueller's Etsy page, Etsy store. Sometimes I see things and I'm like, where did they go? I just love seeing things there that we can do. I know it's supposed to be sunny and you'd think I'd get enough light in here. Not at all. My mother was asking me before, would I like some Indian food? And I said yes. So when she brings me home, it'll be a nice thing to have. Another Deborah Mueller. Now, this is inspired by Home Alone, and I'm going to flip them because now they get to the Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. I think this is also Home Alone. So these were this is, I think, when the robbers tried to steal them, what they used as their decoy vehicle. This is Christmas Carol. The Marleys were dead to begin with. This is also Christmas Carol. They have some nice ones in here. This is inspired by Die Hard. Yippee-ki-yay. This is also Die Hard. I was like not sure why this was put in there. Now there's been some argument about whether Die Hard or not is a Christmas movie. This is Miracle on 34th Street, I believe. Now, if you've ever seen the Thanksgiving Day parade, you know that Santa ends the parade. This is also inspired by Miracle on 34th Street. Now, if you know anything about Macy's, you know Macy's is on 34th Street, and this is inspired by Elf, the Will Ferrell. I think that Elf is hilarious. You sit on a throne of lies. This is also inspired by Elf. Welcome, Santa. They have some nice ones. This is inspired by The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. I guess this is supposed to be Whoville. This is also Grinch. And they'll sing and they'll sing and they'll sing and sing and sing. I thought that was really cute. Now we go back. Starry Snow Globe. This one I'm doing a flip through because I know even though some people have already done the flip through, I think it's sometimes good to get a fresh perspective. I took a quick look and then started looking. This is by Edwina McNamee. These ones. She does some really, I like this one too. Oh God, the squirrel is acting crazy. Yes, we have coyotes here. So sometimes I'll be seeing animals run and then I see a coyote sometimes behind them. That means the coyote is hunting for something. This one, I saw this one and I was just stunned by how beautiful it is. This is The Winter Unicorn by Julia Sperry. This is 48, so it's considered a bumper. Most of the Color in Heavens are only going to have 40. So when they give you 48, you know they included some more. Little Winter Gnomes. When it gets closer to Christmas, we'll start coloring a lot more Christmas, I feel. You guys see that I have selected some images. Those are there for me to know what I would like to color first. I haven't actually decided what we're coloring. Winter in Storyville by Labuza Colorings. I've never heard of Labuza Colorings before, so they're new to me. Most people in the Color in Heavens I've heard of, but every once in a while you don't get to do that. Merry Little Nook, also by them. This is actually a really busy piece. There is a lot to do in this piece. Whimsical Wonderland by Labuza Colorings. Furry Fireside Snoozes by Labuza Colorings. So that was one of the ones I got. So there's possibilities that we might color something today from the Color in Heaven. even though I thought I was going to color from Tales from the Forest Kingdom. So we got the new Johanna Basford coloring book. Yes, I got Johanna's new one, Wonderful Wildflowers. I had this on pre-order from the beginning of the year. When sometimes when Johanna announces one, I'll just take it. So one of the ones I want to color is this first one. I always like to color the first page of any coloring book, but then someone said you should really color this page first. But here's the thing, when you color something like this, it's really kind of hard because it's like edge work. I don't do edge work very well on camera, so. But this book belongs to, and then she has that one on it. I just love Johanna, so just so you guys get like my tips for coloring, it's this in there. You get all these little ones. You get a bunny, possibly. The bunny's more like when I see bunny, I think of Easter and spring. So you got the butterfly. I always like the butterflies. They're like some of my favorite things to do. Then you got one of these. So we could color this one by Johanna. I have this one already selected from Tales from the Forest Kingdom. That was what I was originally going to do, but then I saw the other ones. Which book were you thinking of getting, Nellie? This is Tales from the Forest Kingdom, which I think has some really nice stuff in it. Or we can color, which is the one that I want to color. I always like coloring a nice Johanna Basford one. Or we could color that Deborah Mueller. I know. I color a lot of Deborah Mueller, but I really, really like her colorings. I have several in here that I've selected. Or we could color this nice one from Deborah Mueller. I love the reindeers. You know, I pre-ordered them because when you pre-order them from Amazon, they have what is it called? A guarantee. Now, I'm using my old tripod because, the little screwy thing happened with it. I had such a problem last time. So, but I think because I had my heart selected on the Hanna Karlzon, I really should do the Hanna Karlzon book because this is nothing against the Johanna people. I just like doing Johanna's. I mean, I love doing all the kinds of things, but I haven't done a Hanna Karlzon one really for a very long time. Now, I know some people will say I'm doing the Johanna one, but I think so many of us do the Johanna one that we forget that there are a lot of other people out there who do really nice work. I have MadLibs too if we need MadLibs. When we get enough people, if we get enough people in the stream, we may do. If we get more than 5 to 6 people, then we'll do MadLibs. Tales is really a beautiful book. So I have my deli pencils out. Now, note about this. This is a book that I can't get anymore. These pencils, I cannot find these pencils anymore. So if I could find I did find a place that sold them, but they only sold the 24 set, and it was almost as much as what I would pay for a set of hold-ons. So I didn't think that price tag was, in my opinion, worth it. So this is number 139 or 159. This is like a reddish brown. I'm thinking purple and pink and red. I do like these pencils. Some of you may not be aware, on the last stream, I wanted to show you, which was the finished pages, a couple of things that didn't get shown because what happened was I had such a problem last time that I had to literally be holding my phone in one hand. And some of you know this because of what happened. I streamed fine in the beginning, and then all of a sudden the thing kept going on and off on me. So what did I do? I streamed on my phone. So I had one hand holding the phone, and then I had to do the pictures like that. So that's very, very, I wouldn't say impossible, but it's very difficult if you're not used to doing it like that. Did I bring a sharpener? I did not bring my sharpener out, so maybe my mother will bring me the sharpener. Let's hope I don't need the sharpener. Chances are I will. But you know what's funny is I still have to do the skin tone on this one. And then I have to do this one similar. Because when I started doing them, I was doing them similar. But now I'm like, now that I know more, like, should I do it differently or should I try and keep everything very similar color palettes when I'm doing that? It's kind of hard because sometimes you don't get to a book and then you're like, oh, what did I do in that first page? You know what I mean? So, you know, and I was telling people when they were asking me before about Halloween pages, what do you do when you don't have a lot of color palettes? Well, I always say to people, color what you like, color. Don't let anybody else dictate what you color. Here's the color, Pink Meadow Lake. And these happen to be, this set here was a gift from someone a very long time ago. My Pro colors. And I do happen to have a duplicate of this one color, so. I'm not sure what country the Pro colors are. These kind of remind me of the Karlzon, just a higher end. And I have my Karlzon too. I have a full set, but the other day I was using the, what color was it? A yellow lemony thing on one of the pages I was doing. And I ran out of the color because now it's like down to here. And I don't have a duplicate of it, so I'm like, oh. See, for a lot of the color, this set, I don't have a lot of duplicates. I only have a few. These work extremely well. Are these blendable? You know, I saw somebody do a layered skin tone with these, and I was like very impressed because I never thought about using them that way. To me, the Pro colors are more about straight coloring, what you could get with the straight coloring. I'm sorry about that, guys. I forgot my pencil sharpener. happens to be telling someone I love coloring, especially when you get colors you really, really like in certain sets. Like there's certain colors, like I have this there, because sometimes when I color, the residue goes on the page after it, or if I have something in the book that follows it. Now, a lot of my books I don't color in order. Some people have said, well, that's really not really the way you should do it, but I'm like, you know what, I'll color the way I want, I'll color the pictures I want. See? And that's from the AFMAT. As you can see, I have done quite a lot of things. Wow, we're down up to 3 people. Yay! I love coloring people. Most of the time, you guys know that I color a lot of portraits live. But every once in a while, I'll do something like this. I'm thinking these will be purple, but I'll do that in gel pen. Maybe I'll make the bug in gel pen. The problem is once I add gel pen, it becomes harder for me to do it. And don't worry about me running out. I have another pencil. Sometimes when and someone asks me, where am I ordering my supplies? I most of the time order my supplies from Blix, which is actually really, really a very, very good. Their shipping is excellent. Most of the time I get what I order, but sometimes I have to wait a really long time. But sometimes they come quickly, so. Depends on what you order, too. But I have found living here that I can get my Prismas, and this is the only pencil that I can get artist grade over at like Michael's and some of the places like Hobby Lobby. Here. So. I did finish a book this week. Yesterday, I finally finished reading Emily Henry's Big Beautiful Life. It was amazing. I tell you, that book, it was so good. If you guys want a break from, like, sometimes what I want is a cleanser book. Like, I want something contemporary because sometimes I may be reading romantasy, which is romance and fantasy. And sometimes I just want something very straightforward to read. And I highly recommend that book because it was everything I wanted in a book, in a contemporary. It was a good romance, good chemistry between the characters, a really big secret that got revealed at the end that I wasn't expecting. But I like twists like that, but they're not like the way that I read that was so good. When somebody asked me, why don't I do a lot of backgrounds? Number one, I don't think I'm very good at backgrounds. Number two, sometimes a picture just doesn't need it. And it depends if I'm coloring from a book like this or a PDF. Now with PDF, I have a little bit more freedom to do what I want, but even still, I haven't printed a whole lot of PDFs this week. Well, for two reasons. Number one, I did print a few, and that's number one because I ran out of my cardstock. I had to buy more cardstock, so I'm expecting that. What paper do I use? The Nina 94 GM. Most of the time I use my Copics on most of them. Every once in a while I use pencils. These are really, when I do these pro colors, they do remind me of the color source. Like to me, I think they're in a really great upgraded version of it. This color is Pink Matter Lake. And I think this is number 18. I think there are only 72 in the set of this. Unless they came out with more colors like they did the Loom. Unless they did what they did with the Caran d'Ache Luminance pencils, which was originally a 76, and then they upped the set to about 100 and something, I think. I'm not a fan of them doing that. So I originally did have a complete set of Luminance, and now I don't because they decided to come up with 24 new colors. See, this is what drives me crazy when they do the printing right to the end of the spine. Drives me a little nuts. I know now we're doing a lot of fall pictures and then Christmas pictures, and then it'll be like some nice winter pictures. I did get the preview for the new, the one after after the Christmas one. I'm not really sure who it is. I think I know who it is. It's like either one of two people, but I'm not 100% sure, so I'll wait and see. Let's see if my guess is correct. I do like both of those artists. So now I'm thinking this should be red or purple. So I was thinking making these purple. Magenta is always a good color in between. And I'm thinking this purple is actually a really nice purple. Like it's a darker magenta. You know, I also will say that I do like Hannah Karlzon's Tales from the Witch's Cottage. I do not own the Christmas book. I do not own the new Halloween one that she came out with, so that too. No, I do not have the Canuco Augusta Leon's Kingdom. That's a really pretty book. I've seen people color from that, and I'm kind of like, they do nice work in that book. But I know Canuco said that she's dropping the English version sometime next year. I know a lot of people bought the Japanese version of it, or so. I think this will be mostly gel pen. My mother's getting ready to go out. So hopefully the colors come alive and they pop. Well, when I color, sometimes I change my mind about things. Forgive me, that's my mother talking. What am I doing for Thanksgiving? I'm going to be with my father this year. I'm going to visit my father this year. I'm thinking blue and green to make it stand out. See, the only thing is sometimes I color, then my hands start to get like weird. I don't know why that is. It just happens that my hands, certain pencils do that to me, and I don't know why. They just tend to do that. I haven't had any issues. Sorry, I was just looking at my phone for a second. Something came up. Sometimes I get an interview request. I think I'm going to make that red. It's not good red. I know who has really good reds. The really good reds come from Prismas. Prisma has some really beautiful reds. I love the reds. And we have to do the bug and the flower. Sometimes the best things are not the things you expected to find. Now I kind of wish I put out my whole bunch. That's okay, we can work with what we have. Someone asked me, would I get my deli colored pencils again? If they were at a reasonable price, yes. I would buy those again. Colors, no. See, but when you have the thing really tight on the thing, because it's going to snap like it did. The blue and green. I'm getting out a green gel pen. This is number 136.
Amanda Alvarez, Daniel Lynn Chase.
Hey, Jen, how are you?
Now we do the green. This is bad. Because I'm almost out of gel pen. The gel on this pen. Of course, I picked the one that doesn't have any gel. We'll come back to that later. I'm 15. I hate when the inks run dry, but my mother's in the other room, and I have to go to the other room to get the refills. So. Oh, this is a deli colored pencil. Okay, great. Thank you. Have a good one. I don't know why people always call me and my mother when we're busy. This is a very bright reddish color. Thinking the door may be red, actually. So, let me get the color it refills. Well, what I did with the color refills is I put them in a bag. So that way if the boxes ever came loose, they would automatically do that. Oh, wow, we got 6 people. So yay to the 6 people. So I'm looking for C. What is the number? See, over here on the color it gel pens, they have numbers. So this is C245. C244, C110. C039. C2, C051. And here's C245. I don't often refill on camera. I tell you, actually refilling gel pens is actually easier than refilling the Copic markers. So what you do is you unscrew, when you refill gel pens, you take out this, you see how this is? Look at that. That's the empty one. So then when you take this in, you put this in. Screw the top back on. you shake it a little bit to give it some bounce. But what I do after I take this is I put this in here so no extra ink gets all over the place. This will go in the garbage when the stream is done. And there you have refilled your gel pen. Have a good time. Stay safe. My mother's leaving. She's going to go to the gym and then she's going to go get some lunch. Bring home some lunch for both of us. Guys, see how nice this is now? Now you guys see why I wanted the gel pen. I love the gel pens. What I like about this gel pen, I've had a lot of different gel pens over the years. And one thing I'll say about the gel pens, Color does such a good job with their gel pens that I literally buy the refills. To me, one of the reasons why I bought them was two reasons. Number one, they came with refills, which as a colorist, a lot of us know if you color a lot with gel pens and you like to be able to buy things that you can find. I like to buy things I can easily get. I can easily get the refills for this. A lot of times, plus they came with cases. Whenever I buy a set, I'm like, oh no, if I buy a new pencil set, I have to buy a new little case, like one of these little, like maybe something like this. I have to buy this. So, and I've had my cases for a few years, so keep that in mind. When I buy my cases, I like to buy things that I know are gonna last. Glitter Orchid. See, I like when I can make the colors pop and do things. So one of the things that I always do when I'm done with the stream, first thing I always do is get rid of my pencil shavings, and throw anything out that has been used. So this is a pale pink. I saw someone do this with this pink a long time ago, do this as a base for a skin tone. Sometimes I don't like to dot things. You'll realize this about me. I don't like to dot things too much. Then I'll do the red again. This is a very bright red. Sometimes I keep some of the pencils out because I know I'm going to use them again. So it's just better to use them again. Hey, to the 3 people in the stream, hello. Please don't be afraid to talk. We love to talk. I love to talk. Have we really been going about an hour already? Wow. Well, I didn't expect that we were going to go this long. I think that's the other one we have to do. Think it may be purple or pink, like a light purple, like a magenta. I have a color, but it's in the other set. A lot of people have told me they want me to do Kirby online. Here's the thing with Kirby. When I do a Kirby picture, that means I have to have a very clear plan when I do Kirby. And most of the times when I do Kirby, I do not have a clear plan. If I do, be a first. Like, it seems like I have a plan, but then I don't really have a plan because sometimes my plans change. That's going to be brown. I already know it. That I went wrong. I went the wrong color in that, but that's okay. As you can see, I've made these really. We spent a lot of time on top. But I also think because, we've been in an hour, so I'm not going to jinx it or say anything because I've been like, oh, good, we went an hour without anything weird happening, which is a first in a long time. I think I did this 2 weeks ago. And I also think they're not fooling around with the internet today. Because every time they're out here and I do a stream, the cable people, because my community is getting new internet, so. Did get myself some new stuff, so new stuff came in. So next month, I'm not really sure what's going on next month with me, but I do know that it's going to be different than it is now. So this is blue, so. I do love a good mushroom house coloring. This is what I call my mushroom house. I think I need a color from the Prismas. And I found when I was going through my pencils, I happened to find another lilac. Yes, I did find a lilac. They don't make this color. They make a new color in the set. The color that is similar to this in the new Prismacolor, I think, is Orchid. Another new color is Amethyst. And no, I am not making a background. Do not ask me for the background in the empty space because I don't think this will need the background. Somebody asked me, what would I do with this book if I finished it? Well, it depends on if I have room or not. Right now, I don't have a whole lot of room for new coloring books, so that's why you don't see me buy it. Plus, I'm also trying to try to pay off my credit card debts as much as I can over the next 3-4 years. By the time I'm 52, 53, I want to finish my debt. So one thing I'm not doing is buying a lot of art supplies. So I'm using what I have, actually. At first, I'm using things like my colors, my delis, my color sauce, my Prismas, which I always use. I always seem to need, like, as soon as I buy a few pencils, then I find out I need more pencils for different colors. I don't know if I made this like more Christmassy or more like fall. And then I saw people do pastel colors on some of their books, and I'm like, those came out really, really pretty. And well, I did some brown. Delis. Not always when I color a book that I've colored other pages in, and I'm coloring a page that, like, let's say I have a page Let's see if I had colored something like this to make sure that the lines don't come in between it. It's just a safety precaution I take for pictures that I've already colored. I know this is going longer than I thought it would go, but I'm kind of glad in a way. I think this is one of my favorite ones that I've colored in a while. I know a lot of you probably were like, well, I thought you were going to color something from that color in heaven. I did too, maybe even the Johanna, which I know a lot of people like when I color the Johanna. And that's not because it's bad. My hand is starting to get tired, but we will definitely color the whole mushroom thingy here. And then maybe another time color something else. There is a green that I want to color there. See, a lot of people have asked me, am I going to get the coloring planner? And the answer is no. I don't feel like paying $27 for a coloring planner is a justifiable expense because what I do is I write everything in notebooks. There are a lot of people who do use it, and good for them if they can do that, but I just don't think $30 is worth it to me. Because for $30, I can buy nice hardcover or maybe 5 Copic ink refills, 5 Copic markers for that price. Wow, have we been streaming for an hour and 10 minutes? Wow. I'm going to see where my hand is in a few minutes, though. And I do feel pain, so. Why don't I do the green here, here, and here, and here, and then we'll see what happens. We'll see how we feel. So what I do is I put away that pink, purple, this green. I like bright green, so I'm going to get a green from. I'm going to green from here. That's the green I want. So we're going to do grass green, and then the darker green is going to go here. I don't think we're finishing this today on stream. This was actually a little bit more of a complicated piece than I thought it is. We might finish this off camera. So now this is number 145 in the delis. I love bright colors. Really bright, really beautiful colors. I also put on my Christmas list So what I did after the Christmas thing on my Christmas list is I put I want a tripod for my iPhone. So this way, if I have to do a stream, again on my phone, I will have the tripod for it. So what have we used this stream? Deli pencils, Derwent Pro colors, Prismacolor pencils, color gel pens, color gel refills, the AFMAT sharpener. I haven't used this, so this is an eraser that I got. A lot of you didn't get to see the diamond painting last time that I had been working on. So maybe I'll show it now. There were two pictures that didn't get put into the finished pages because I was busy on my phone. So that's what that is. Like I put there. I always like to put my pencils away right at the end of the string. So what I'm going to show you, because they did not get put in the last string because of various issues. That's fruit I bought. You don't need to see that. That was all the real. So I'm going to show you the diamond painting because I'll probably come across that first. Okay, so this was supposed to be in the finished pages. And I didn't get to show you what I was working on, but that was what I've been working on. And so you see it's a little bit more done now, right? So then I have two pictures hung up on my wall that I took a picture of. No, I can't find them. It's okay if we can't find them. Oh, well, I can't find them, but most of you have seen them on Instagram. So I think this is where we'll stop. My hand is starting to hurt a little bit. So I need to, when my hand starts to hurt, I need to stop doing what I'm doing and take a break, as doctors have told me to do. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this picture. Hopefully we'll do some coloring another time, but my hand is hurting and I got to take the time and the rest and the relaxation that is needed for it. So I want to thank you all for coming, and yay, for once my stream didn't get knocked off. Yay! Plus, they weren't working today. So I think we figured out that whenever these guys are working on the internet, I can't, because they're installing new internet, I can't be doing streaming when they're doing it because whenever they come, they kind of cause me to have problems with my stream. So we probably figured out that's the reason why I keep having a thing boot. So everybody stay safe, stay healthy, and stay wonderful. Bye, everybody.